Another day, another drawing challenge, another Kim Jung Gi video. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to attempt to draw like Kim Jung Gi. And as you know, he draws with a brush pen, on walls and sketchbook, basically drawing traditionally. But I'm gonna do it digital way. And as you know, we have certain tools like undo button, erase, and zoom that we can utilize to make my life easier. But if I'm going to attempt to draw like Kim Jung Gi, all those tools will be thrown in the trash. Yes, I won't be able to use undo, erase, or zoom. But this is only going to be level 1 because as you know, Kim Jung Gi also draws from imagination or memory. And I'm not at that level yet, so I'll be using a reference. Hey guys, my name is RJ and I'm a self-taught artist and animator behind Studio De La Ron, a channel dedicated to sharing with you everything I'm learning about art, animation, and drawing. So, without further ado, let's get started. Hey guys, so you will be able to see me right now at the lower left corner of the screen where I'm at. And as you can see, I usually use my left hand to be able to use the buttons on my shortcut keys for the undo and erase button and sometimes the zoom. So I'm probably just gonna put it over here and probably here and whatnot so that you don't see me actually using the shortcut tools even though it's gonna be a time-lapse demo. So there we go. That's the challenge. I don't know what I'm doing with my life by going through this challenge, but here we are. So I'm going to use this brush pen over here. I'm not gonna change it. So with pen pressure sensitivity, that's gonna get taken care of as if I'm drawing traditionally. Now we're starting the challenge. Hey guys, so as we proceed with the time-lapse demo, I'm just going to walk you through my thought process on how I do this challenge and how I draw. The very first character that I'm drawing right now is Luffy from One Piece, and the very first thing that I already noticed right off the bat when I was trying to draw Luffy is the fact that I am drawing him bigger than he's supposed to be based on the reference I am looking. That would mean that I won't be able to actually copy the reference altogether because I'm already placing Luffy as a big character and I won't be able to actually add other characters in the scene, and I have to figure out how am I gonna do that later on. Now, I will show you the reference when I finish this illustration and then we will do a comparison at the end, but I am so used to drawing at a certain size that the character that we are working on right now will have to be just this big enough for me to have the confidence to draw him. And now as we proceed with drawing Usopp, it is also kind of like bothering me at this point why I am able to badly copy line by line the placement of the characters. But I think this is where the challenge comes into play, where you have to live with all the decision you make. The whole point of me doing this challenge in the first place is being able to draw confidently and not use the tools that I have like undo and erase and kind of like be in that limbo of indecision, because one of the things that I've been learning from Rad How to School, which is an online platform that teaches us how to draw, one of the best things that I've learned in that school is that being able to draw fast and confident and living with the decisions that you are making as you draw each line. And now as we proceed with Zoro, again, I'm basically drawing it based on the reference I'm looking at, and I'm already seeing how far off I am with copying him. The reference I have shows them with legs, and based on my placement of them in my canvas, I won't be able to draw the legs and I won't be able to stretch them the way they're supposed to go. And Zoro right now looks like he's squashed, and that is because I have to live with that decision. I have to live with the mistakes that I have made when I was making the drawing itself. And I may be having a really hard time copying the characters, but I'm having fun at this point because, you know, again, the whole point of this challenge is for me to be able to just draw and not worry too much about how it looks like, but also kind of like see if I could actually draw without using the tools that I said that I won't use, such as the undo, the erase, and the zoom button. And chopper right now, like I'm pretty satisfied with my drawing skills. I'm pretty satisfied with how I draw the characters and how they look like. But what's bothering me is the fact that I cannot really copy my reference point by point. And now I am drawing Nami, but if you see my reference, she's almost at the middle of my reference, and there is Sanji just beside her. And I won't be able to draw Sanji in this scene because I have no canvas anymore. I cannot increase it. I cannot use any tools to like free transform tools to basically manipulate the size of my drawing so that I could fit in the other characters. Again, like I'm just drawing basically line by line and hoping that I am doing my best to copy my reference. Brook, for example, as well, he's supposed to go all the way out, and now at this point of the challenge, I am just trying my best to fit in all the characters in my reference, and I'm probably not copying the reference altogether anymore. I'm copying the characters, but I'm not really copying them where they're supposed to be in the scene, because as you can see, I no longer have that space at this point in my canvas. But that's okay. That's one of the mistakes that I've learned through making this challenge. And yeah, like Frankie is supposed to be all the way to the top with Brook, but now I have to fit him. He's supposed to show all the arms and all that stuff, and now I'm proceeding to draw Sanji on the other side where basically Robin is supposed to be, but I cannot really fit in Robin anymore in that scene, so I have to put her on top of the crown where Luffy is. And the drawing itself, I feel that it's not as bad as I think it should be based on what I'm working on, because again, I don't have the tools to correct my mistakes. But being able to see how I'm able to draw by just copying and going from one point to another, one line to another, it's kind of like encouraging, because I feel like, okay, I can actually draw. And that is a huge thing, because this is the confidence building that you need to be able to be aware of. So at this point, I'm pretty much done with the challenge, and I already kind of like just making the line sticker so that I could distinguish each character. Now, one thing I've learned by doing this challenge is the fact that I'm able to actually draw half decently without using the tools that I said I'm not gonna use, the undo, the erase, and the zoom. But more importantly, being able to live with the mistakes that I've made throughout this challenge has taught me that, it's okay, because I can still come up with something and find solutions throughout the whole process of me making this illustration. And I think that is what the Kim Jung Gi challenge is all about at the end of the day. Now, I'm just gonna compare the reference that I have with what I came up with so that you can enjoy and kind of like have a sense of what was really going on with this particular reference that I have. So at this point, you can see my illustration, and I'm just gonna pull up my reference in lower opacity so you can still see it. Now, if you look at this reference, you already know that my drawing is really big and I wasn't able to fit all the characters in together. In the next clip, I will show you how I did, which is I basically cropped off the whole reference and created my own thing by having this box all together. This is how I drew the whole illustrations that I did. I placed Sanji instead from the right and placed him beside Luffy over here just to fit him in. I placed Robin on top of Luffy. I placed Frankie on top of Zoro and Chopper, and I placed Brook just to fit him beside Usopp over here. But this is what I came up with, and the fun thing about this challenge is being able to kind of like find the solution to fit into the mistakes that you have made along the way. And now I'll be ending the video right here, and if you like more drawing, art, and animation videos, feel free to subscribe, like this video, and comment down below what you think about the challenge itself, and what is your guess what Kim Jung Gi Drawing Challenge Level 2 is all about. Thank you for watching, guys, and I really hope I see you in the next video. Keep on creating so you can make this world a better place with your imagination.